Hey guys, it's AlluringSimmer here, back with another speed build. I know it's been months since the last time I posted a YouTube video, but today we are going to be doing a speed build that is actually a collaboration with two other streamers on Twitch, and I'll have their links in the description down below so you guys can check them out. Although I haven't been as active on YouTube, I have been posting on Twitch, streaming on Twitch pretty much every single day. So definitely check me out there if you haven't already. I'm hoping in the new year to start posting a lot more YouTube content. One exciting update for you all is I'm now an EA creator, so I'm now affiliated with Electronic Arts, which is super exciting. We're gonna be doing a lot more Sims content, but I also want to branch out and do more like lifestyle content as well. I want to share more of my life with you all. Like, I am hoping to start up a new business. I'm hoping to start maybe doing merch. I do a lot of craft streams on my Twitch, and I'm hoping to do some like crochet videos on YouTube as well. So be sure to stay tuned for like a whole variety of lifestyle and gaming content. And I hope that you guys will enjoy it. This is definitely a new venture for me, as my channel has been mainly The Sims. But I do want to share other aspects of my life with you all because I think that would be fun. Um, for this speed build, we are doing a beach townhouse collab. So currently for this room, I kind of had an idea for what each bedroom was going to be, or like what the vibe was going to be for each room. So this one we were going for like a grunge teen daughter's room, but also someone who's kind of like finding their style still. So there are aspects that are a bit more pastel, and there are aspects that are a bit more like grunge. And I wanted to kind of show that mix, to show like, you know, them going through their teenagerhood, kind of figuring out what exactly they want to do. With one aspect of this room that I really love is the little void critter decals. I think I ended up keeping only one, but the idea is that the sim is really into void critters, but they're also kind of like phasing out of that life. They're, you know, getting a bit older, so they have like more posters of, you know, music artists that they like, DJs, a lot of records on the walls. I also gave them like a vinyl record player. I wanted to give the vibe that they are, you know, discovering their hobbies and what things they're into as they're going through, you know, the changes of becoming a teenager. And I also wanted to kind of capture that vibe of them having things in common with their younger sibling. So you'll see later on in the teen, sorry, not the teen, but the child boy's bedroom. So the Sim's like little brother has like void critter stuff in there as well. And I believe, I don't want to spoil it, you'll see when it comes, but there's other aspects that I added throughout the house to kind of show that they have this like shared love of void critters. One thing that makes building really fun for me is like kind of creating a storyline for the Sims that are going to live there. I know this may be like a little bit maybe not necessarily frustrating, but a little bit harder to deal with if you're downloading this build, because maybe you already have Sims with a clear storyline. So if this doesn't necessarily fit the storyline of the Sims that you created, it may not be a house or something that you want to download. However, if this is something that intrigues you, there's also aspects of it that you can remove to make it suit a sim a lot better. I tried to keep like the base of the room pretty simple, but the main features that kind of give it that specific personality is like the posters and stuff on the wall. Also, the little clutter items throughout the room kind of just add that little extra bit of character. But yeah, I honestly feel like it was really fun doing this build because I did put a lot of detail into every single room. I feel like the rooms that are more like communal areas have a little bit less clutter, just because, you know, those rooms are meant to be shared amongst all of the Sims in this household. So I didn't want to give it a very specific style. So they kind of just fit more of the coastal vibe of the house as a whole. But yeah, I really like how this room turned out. I added a little guitar on the wall. I think I ended up changing it to the signed guitar just to make it a little bit more fancy. But I just wanted to show that this sim had a lot of style, a lot of personality, kind of trying to figure out what they want for the room, and for their personal style. I feel like I've said that so many times, but it was really fun to do something like this because I don't think I've ever done a room build like this before. Now we're just adding up the finishing touches, like me changing out the guitar to like the signed one to kind of show that it's like maybe something they received at like a concert or something they bidded for. I don't know. And then I just wanted to add like more details. This room at its core is like very neutral, even though it may not seem like it. Most of the things that add the color and the personality to the room is the posters and the decals on the wall. Because if you were to remove all of that, it's a pretty dark, like plain room. But I think that's what makes it a little bit more fun. I also wanted to add a bit of color with the door. So I ended up going with the one that was kind of lit up a little bit and had like these funky prints on it. Now we're moving on to their bathroom. My idea for this bathroom, because it's pretty simple, doesn't necessarily match the vibe of the teenage girl's bedroom, but my thing is maybe they weren't allowed to, redecorate the bathroom as much since it's more of a, I don't know. I don't know how to describe the space, but even though it's like their own personal bathroom, I still wanted it to match the vibe of the rest of the house. I kind of wanted to make this specific bedroom stand out a lot more. So I went with like a very neutral vibe for this bathroom. It's a lot of gray and white. Added in a little shower. I wanted to do one of the ones from Parenthood and add like a funky print, but I ended up going for like the sleek modern one, which I think I used ended up using somewhere else in the build as well. I did try to add a little bit of aspects that kind of show that it belongs to the teenage girl, like the little clutter items on the countertop, the towels looking kind of used to kind of give it that lived in feel. But overall, the bathroom is pretty standard, nothing too special going on. But yeah, I will also kind of give a brief update about like, what's been going on with me personally, since I again haven't posted in a while. But I have again still been making content, obviously on Twitch, on my other platforms as well. I have a TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter if you guys want to check those out. I guess it's called X now. If you guys want to check out all my other socials, definitely check out the description below. I'd also appreciate you guys leaving me comments for what kind of videos you'd like to see. I'm obviously stepping back into the YouTube scene, and it's definitely a lot different than when I was first uploading videos and even when I came back earlier this year. So let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see, whether it be Sims content, what kind of maybe gaming challenges you like to see. Would you guys like to see a let's play, or what other games in general you would like to see, and other lifestyle content? Just overall, leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of videos you'd like to see on my channel in the new year. This video, now that I'm recording it, it is currently the 26th of December, so it is the day after Christmas. It's a Boxing Day here in Canada. I'm not doing anything too special today. Just gonna be probably streaming and, continuing to work on my content. But I would love to hear how your guys' holidays have been. If you don't celebrate the holidays, then just let me know how your week has been. We have currently moved on to the little hallway slash storage space slash office. I don't really know what to describe this specific part of the house. It is a 3-floor or 3-story home. So the upstairs level, I wanted to give the vibe that it's kind of like an attic space that has like a bathroom and a bedroom and ensuite as well. So this room is kind of like functioning as a hallway, but also like an office space for the teenage girl. So I tried to keep it like pretty cute, kind of match the aesthetic of the bedroom, but also kind of be able to be neutral enough to work in a hallway shared space as well. I added a little aquarium so your Sims can have a fish. Added the foosball table, which I almost never use, but I thought it definitely fit with that room. And it's also like a fun activity for the teen Sim to do, maybe with their friends or just like family members to do. We're now moving on to the middle level. This bathroom is pretty standard to the one upstairs. It's a little bit more boring, as in like there's a lot less going on because obviously this is like the half bathroom that's meant to be shared for anyone in the family as well as like guests and stuff. So I didn't want to give it a very specific style. I wanted to keep it more neutral to kind of flow with the rest of the house. And then I added some plants and stuff just to give it a little bit extra something because the colors are a lot more neutral. But I think it turned out pretty cute in the end. Now we're working on the kitchen. This one was really fun to do. I used the stuff from the new kitchen stuff pack, the Home Chef Hustle pack. And I also used some stuff from Cool Kitchen as well. I think it turned out pretty adorable. I don't normally use pastel colors for my kitchen, but I really love how this turned out. You may notice as I go through the rest of this level of the house that there's a lot of like pastel colors, a lot of blues, pinks, and also some gold accents. And it was very easy to like keep that consistent, even though I was using a lot of different packs. So I'm really glad that it turned out really nicely because sometimes it's hard to match swatches from different packs together, but somehow this build or this specific area of the house turned out really good in the end. We will come back to the kitchen later on in this speed build because I wanted to go back in and add more clutter at the end. So you may notice at the end of the video, there's a little clip where I go back into the kitchen and add like just a few more items. I just felt like even though I wanted it to be less cluttered than, other aspects of the house, I did feel like there was a few little extra details that were missing. So I wanted to go back in and just make it, again, feel lived in, but I also don't want to make it ever too cluttered to the point where it's like you downloading this build from the gallery can't like add your own personality as well. Now I'm just throwing in some curtains. I went for like the neutral white swatch, and now I'm adding in like a dining table, and we're gonna have a living room space in here as well. This part I struggled with a little bit because I was like, how do I make it so that everything can fit into the space? Because I don't really have any other part of the house that could function as a living room. And because this is kind of like the main entryway, the first place that your Sims are going to see when they enter into the house, I wanted to make sure that it had all the things that you normally have in like a communal living space. I think it turned out really cute. I loved using this little frame painting that functions as a TV. It looks really nice in the room, and it like doesn't take away from the overall style, but it also is functional for your Sims as a TV, which is really nice. I also have never used those specific chairs in a living room before. I think the armchair is from Pastel Pop, and the couch, I'm not sure what pack it's from at the moment, but I really like how it turned out. Now we're doing the entryway, added some shoes, just to give it a bit of character, add a little poof, somewhere to, put your shoes on. And then I just added this rug. I feel like all the colors tie together really nicely. And I'm just really glad that it turned out really good, despite the fact that I was using quite a few packs, which is something I should mention is unless I'm doing a very specific like limited pack build, I do tend to use whatever packs I own, and currently I own all of the packs. So I'm not really sure how many I used in this build, but it probably is quite a bit. So just keep that in mind if you are interested in downloading this build, which I should mention that my gallery ID is AlluringSimmer. It is linked in the description down below as well, in case you aren't sure with the spelling, but it is spelled exactly like my YouTube name is here, AlluringSimmer on the gallery. Now I'm working on a little office. I was trying to find ways to incorporate like, items that I don't use that often, but I ended up using quite a few things that I have used before. Because a lot of the things that I wanted to use were like nursery/baby items, and there's not really going to be a baby in this house. Obviously, you could turn one of the rooms into a nursery if you wanted to, but that wasn't really the vibe I was going for. Now, you may notice me like jumping around between rooms quite a bit because there were things where I'm like, oh, this would work better in a different room, or like, where could I have this be like more well suited? For example, the little futon or ottoman that I had in the office, I realized it matched perfectly with the rug from the dining area. and they were items from two different packs and they have the exact same color swatches. So I was like, no, these need to be together. And it also just added some like extra seating in the living area, which I think is nice. This room, I did add some like toddler toys and stuff. I was like, maybe this household it has like a baby on the way, or maybe they're like the kids' toys from when they were younger. But I wanted to capture this vibe of a office that still has like little spaces where their children can do stuff as well and be occupied. So there's like a little children's bookshelf, there's like a reading corner. I imagine the Sims parents might be like a teacher or something. But I think it turned out really cute. I love this little reading corner. I definitely want to like incorporate that more into future builds. Now we're moving on to the lower level of the home. This area was pretty simple. There's two bathrooms, two bedrooms. This is where we're gonna have the main master bedroom as well as the little boys' room. For the master bedroom, it's very, very neutral. I honestly think if I were to redo this build, I'd add a bit more color to this room because it's very like gray. I did want to go in and add some like photos into the photo frames that you'll see in a moment. I didn't get a chance to do that, but I hopefully, as you're watching this, if it's uploaded, that I do get a chance to add the photos that I wanted to. Otherwise, it's kind of a nice way for you to add photos yourself of your Sims family if you do choose to download it. I did try and incorporate a lot of like clutter pieces into this room because again, there's not a lot of color going on, but I tried to add a bit of color with the clutter items that we put in. I also wanted to give the vibe of like, you know, like the his and hers nightstand. Um, so we have like a little mug and like a water bottle on one side with some like candles to make it a bit more cozy. And then on the other side, we have like the glasses, the phone, and like some keys. I really like the kits that have been added recently, especially the clutter kits, because I think it's nice to be able to add stuff like that without having to use like custom content. Um, because although the expansion packs and stuff also come with clutter items, sometimes there's like very specific things that you want that wouldn't necessarily go with the specific expansion pack or game pack or stuff pack. But yeah, I really, really, really do like how this room turned out. I think the only thing I would change is just adding a bit more color, maybe changing the wallpaper since a lot of the furniture pieces are like gray and white, or just adding like more paintings and stuff, or just making the items in the room already existing just have a bit more color. But I do kind of feel like the things that have a bit more clutter do pop a little bit more since the room is mostly gray and white. But yeah, we're just finishing up the room right now. Again, added more color with the books on the bookshelf. And I did want to add more color on the wall as well. So I put some paintings down and how those kind of sit between the door frames. And I think it turned out really cute. We are now getting closer to the end of the build because after I finish the bedroom, I kind of like went into, I don't know if I did the next bedroom or if I moved into the bathroom. I think I kind of sped through both of the bathrooms and saved the boys' bedroom for last, and then we're gonna work on the balcony spaces as well. So for the bathrooms, again, these ones I made them a little bit nicer, or just this one specifically because it's like the master bathroom or ensuite. I added a bit more color with this room, but the colors also kind of tie in with the bedroom since I did like pops of blue and green with the plants. I kind of did the pops of blue and green with their bathroom. So I think even though the bedroom is pretty neutral, the bathroom kind of like balances it out. And I also wanted to make it something that like if you do bring a sim in here or you bring your household in here, there are aspects that like aren't completely furnished or really cluttered so that you can kind of bring your own personality into the build, but they're still furnished enough that it has all the things to make the rooms functional. I don't believe at the time that I'm recording this that I have playtested the build, but since I'm probably going to be going in to add more like photos and stuff by the time this is uploaded, I will playtest to make sure that everything is working and functional. Because as much as I like to just build things sometimes to make them look really pretty, I do also kind of want to use this household for my or this build for myself because I think it's really cute. I did already kind of create a personality for the Sims that would be living in this household, because each room has a very distinct personality. Besides, like the master bedroom, that one's a bit more neutral, a bit more, I guess, minimalistic, so it can kind of work for any Sim. But I do feel like the children's bedrooms have a bit more like character to them. And I definitely have like a vision in my head of what kind of Sims would be living here, so maybe in the future I can create a let's play or maybe do a legacy challenge where I have my Sims live here. Currently on my Twitch channel, I'm doing a let's play where I'm sort of playing the Sims in real time. I've been having them, celebrate the holidays as the holidays have been coming in this month. I'm hoping to do a stream later this year where they celebrate New Year's Eve, maybe a couple days before it's actually New Year's Eve, just so I can celebrate it myself as well. But it's been really fun doing like a semi real time let's play in The Sims, and it's allowed me to be like super creative and kind of experience the activities in The Sims that I haven't gotten a chance to yet. With this little boy's bedroom, I think it turned out super cute. I tried to add a lot of little activities for them to do. So they have like the friendship making bracelet box, or the friendship bracelet making box. I don't really know how to say it, but we have that. There's a little toy box. They obviously have their bed. There's some toys like spread out throughout the room. They have a TV and like a desk so that they can do their homework. There's also a lot of like open, or I guess like communal spaces throughout the house. Obviously, we have the living room, kitchen, dining area. But then there's many different like spaces where your Sims can kind of hang out outside. I should mention that because this is a collab, the way that it's working is we're doing a multi-unit lot. So each of us is working on a different townhouse that will later be on the same lot. So your Sims would be able to rent out whichever house they would like to live in. I plan on uploading it as an individual build, and then it will also be uploaded as a multi-unit rental, which would require the for rent pack in order for you to be able to use it with that functionality. But I will be uploading this as a regular residential lot, so if you want to just download this build and use it for your sim, you can use that whether or not you have the new expansion pack. This little area, I wanted to do like a little gardening space. You may see once the other houses are on this lot, there's not really much outdoor space. So I tried to use the balconies to kind of create like the idea or the illusion that they kind of have like a backyard space. So we have the gardening area near the parents' house, not the parents' house, but the parents' room. And then we have this balcony, which is closer to the teen bedroom. So I kind of added some things that I think would be suitable for like the teenager as well as the child sim. So we have like the little wagon, we have the void critter like battle station, and there's a little seating area as well. And then the back area that's closer to the teenage bedroom, I added a bubble blower. I don't know if I ended up keeping that, but I really liked the aspect of having it. Originally, I had it at the front of the house, and I was like, maybe it'd be more appropriate to keep this like closer to the teenage bedroom, but also like not necessarily right at the front of the home. So here I was just deciding on which chair I wanted to use. I wanted to use something that worked nicely for outdoors. So I went with this one because it's pretty casual, but it also kind of matched the color scheme of the like teen bedroom. Added a little rug underneath. I kept it pretty simple. Obviously I wanted like different activities for the sim to be able to do. And then I threw in a telescope and ended up using the wall speaker as well. And here's the kitchen area for me coming back to add in the little extra clutter pieces. I didn't really do too much, but I wanted to add like a little something to just, I don't know, give it a little bit more pizzazz. However, we are getting close to the end of the video, so I want to ask if you can stay tuned to the very end to check out the screenshots that I posted of the build. Well, not posted, but added to the end of the video. Also, take some time to check out my Twitch channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be posting videos much more often. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought, what other videos you guys would like to see, and how your holidays/week have been. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.